Yo, how's it going, guys? So today I've got the Gazzetta back up on the work stand because I'm going to be fitting a mesh rack and bag combo on it. The rack is the black with chrome flake, which I think looks super rad. I was tossing up between this one and the rainbow flake, but decided to go with this one in the end. I've wanted one of them for a long time now, so pretty stoked to finally get my hands on one. And the rack bag is the camo colorway. It's the one made in collaboration with Inside Line Equipment and MASH. And it's specifically designed for the rack, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, super excited to get these on, so let's crack on with it. So this looks like a little assembly diagram. On the front it's got a nice exploded view of the rack with all the parts. Pretty sweet. And on the back it's got these nice little detailed illustrations. Pretty rad. I like it. Everything seems to be packaged pretty nicely. It's all separated and nice and protected, which is pretty nice. Looks like there's a nice variety of bolts and spacers here. Should be really helpful in getting a nice fitment for the rack. So I decided to fit some adjustment washers. They're not necessary, but they just give me that little bit extra adjustment to get the rack perfectly level once I've fitted it. So they supply a few of these different length sleeve nuts, which is super handy. You just need to make sure you use the correct length for your fork. So I just start with the longest, and as you can see, this one's bottoming out before it's all the way in, which means it's too long. So I'll try the next size down. And yeah, this one's closer, but it's still bottoming out. So it looks like hopefully the last one will be the right size. And yeah, looks like it is. So that's good. So the next step here is selecting the bolt length. Again, there's 3 different lengths, which is pretty useful. And the important part here is figuring out how many spaces you're going to need to clear your headset. So I'm just going to start off with the middle length bolt and just one of the thick washers to begin with and see how I go. So this looks like a good setup here. There's a nice bit of clearance between the headset and the rack mount, which is important, and also the tire and the rack mount. I'll do the final adjustments later, but this is looking like it's going to work. So the rack legs look like they both have a slight curve at the ends of them where they mount on the rack. So I'll need to figure out which one is left and which one is right. So these rack arms also have a specific orientation they need to be where they mount on the axle. So just make sure that's the right way around. And then looking at the other end, just see which way the arms curve. This one curves in, which looks like it's on the correct side. I'll show you what the other side would look like on this side, and hopefully you can see just at the end there, it curves away from the mount. So this one would probably work best on the other side. It looks like you can also fit these on the inside of the mounts as well. And I don't think there's much of a difference or a right or wrong, but I'm just going to do it this way and see how I go. So after fitting the wheel back on and leaving all the bolts just slightly loose, you can then move the rack around to actually find the right adjustment for you. I'm actually quite impressed with how much you can adjust it. It's pretty sweet. So now moving on to the bag. My first impressions, it looks really nice. Seems like really good quality. Looks like it's got a nice little zip pocket on the top for easy access stuff, I guess, like your phone and your wallet. I think this is the bag strap in here, and a pretty rad sticker. Bag strap seems super handy, so you can take it off your bike and carry it with you without leaving it on your bike. The underneath looks pretty cool. You got these what look like corner pockets, a hook around the rack, and the strap that clips around the rails. And then it's also got this other pocket at the back that hooks over that back part of the rack. Looks like it would keep it in place, pretty solid. And it's got this nice reflective strip around the base. Now let's chuck it on. I'm really happy with how the bag fits. It's got a really tight, snug fit. Don't think the bag's going anywhere. like how the camo and black combo turned out, especially with the subtle chrome flakes, and I'm also really impressed with the bag. Keen as to put it to good use, and hopefully it'll last many years. Anyway, I hope you guys got something useful out of the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.